Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ravenwood, a Monster Hearts story. I am your humble host and producer, Mistress Winter. And I don't have much for you this evening, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass you right on over to our wonderful MC, Abby.
Hello, everyone. I am Abby Marie Carter, your MC or Mistress of Ceremonies for the evening. Thank you so much for everyone that's here. If you want to get in contact with me, I'm on Instagram at Abby_Marie_Carter. I will tell you about the other things that I do at the end. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you who are new, let me introduce my cast, starting with Alex.
Hi everybody, my name is Alex. I'm playing Damon Fullerton in our campaign, Our Ghost, and you can find me in Mistress Winter's Discord under my character's name.
Thank you very much, Alex. As always, wonderful to have you. I'm so happy to have you consistently back and have Damon back in the game.
Yes.
How about you, Juicy?
Hi, I'm Juicy Garland. I'm a Boston area drag queen and super nerd. You can find me on the twitter.com at juicygarland and on Blue Sky at the same. And you can find me on Instagram at juicy.garland. And I am playing our sweet muffin of a werewolf who's going through some exciting times right now, Bobby Gunderson.
And we love Bobby and all the torture that I constantly put this poor boy through.
Oh, I'm so excited for more. Please, Mommy, may I have another?
I do feel like all I do is torture all of your characters, so can't wait to get into that. Thank you so much, Juicy. Stouffer, what about you?
Hi, I am Stouffer. I am playing Enmity, darker self version of Amity. I can be found in Mistress Winter's Discord.
Awesome, and we can't wait to see what Enmity gets up to tonight. And last but certainly not least, Emma.
Hey everybody, my name is Emma, and tonight I will be playing Mika the Infernal. I'm so excited to be back for episode 10 with this lovely group. Normally you can find me with my podcast network, Tabletop Tale Spinners, which I will explain more about what we're currently up to at the end of the session.
Amazing, can't wait to hear about it, and so excited to have you here. Now that our intros are done, that brings us to our recap. Last episode, oh boy, a lot happened. Bobby found, after completing the full moon cycle, went to go see Jonathan and found that his bond to Jonathan had been severed, and found, before I continue, I should say, trigger warning, for the entire episode, I will say there will be depictions of violence, body horror, graphic descriptions of horror-like elements, sexual assault, non-consent, things along those lines that will be talked about, addressed, and not shown explicitly, most likely veiled, but those things will be involved. So if that comes up, I will do my best to give a trigger warning or content warning in the moment. But just be aware that this episode will definitely pertain to those things, particularly the sexual assault and harassment element. So if that is something that you're uncomfortable with, please feel free to step away. We want you to be safe and enjoy your watching experience. Now to continue, Bobby found Jonathan and Emily in what he originally assumed as a compromising position, only to realize that Emily seemed to be raping Jonathan, and Jonathan seemed to be out of it, to say the least. This caused Bobby to go into his darkest self yet again and attack Emily. He wounded her nearly fatally, but she managed to escape, calling on some power that Bobby is not quite familiar with. But Mika most definitely is. Emily called on the powers of Master Grimm to save her. Bobby then went on a complete rampage. The rest of our cast woke up to this rampage happening and attempted, well, everyone except for Enmity had tried to fix what was going on in some way or another. Damon went and found Jonathan and was able to see that there were chains, these mystical, ghost-like, phantom-like chains chaining Jonathan to his bed. And Damon made the decision to stay with Jonathan. Mika went after Bobby, if I remember correctly. Mika
Yes.
went after Bobby and was met up with Elise, who took it upon herself to turn into a werewolf to be able to combat Bobby. This did not work very well, and Bobby potentially fatally wounded his friend, but this broke his darkest self once again, and he was able to hold her as she is bleeding out in his arms. Mika rushed over to try and help, and they began going towards the infirmary, where Bobby was stopped by, just as Eloise's breathing got more shallow and she faded out of consciousness, Bobby heard a familiar voice and turned to see his mother had arrived on campus. Our lovely Enmity was headed towards Dr. Lila's office for some sort of confrontation, conversation, something of the sort. I suppose we'll find out tonight. I will go to my cast. Is there anything I'm forgetting in our recap? Perfect. So, let's get into it. Bobby, you have just heard your mother's voice. Mika, you are with him. We are not going to start with you, though. Damon.
Yes.
What are you doing? Just hanging out with Jonathan, who's chained to a bed? Or...
Yes. So I tried to make sure that emergency services response team, somebody was coming to see that Jonathan was okay. But in the meantime, yes, I'm essentially sitting by the bedside, making sure it doesn't get any worse.
As you sit with Jonathan, he seems to come back into himself. The vacant, glassy-eyed look that he had, the almost drugged out look that he had, fades away. And you can see that the chains seem to be fading as well. Jonathan still looks not well, to say the least. But he is coming back into consciousness, is able to kind of mumble, form words, and things like that. And it seems too quickly for if he was given some sort of drug to induce him in this state. It seems like he's coming out of it too quick. It would make more sense for him to continue to be this way until it was out of his system.
So
And
that
it-
rules out the possibility of drugs.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
At least mortal ones.
Ooh, zesty. Okay. Well, I'll run to the kitchen, get a glass of water, in whatever means that I can, and bring it back to Jonathan, and just try to try to ask, like what happened to him, what's the last thing he remembers, who's the president, where is he, and all that stuff. Just make sure that he's okay.
He will, when he's able to sit up, which only takes probably a minute or two more of him coming back into himself, he realizes he is naked and takes the sheets on his bed and kind of like wraps them around his waist as best as he can. He doesn't know you that well, so
Valid.
he's clearly uncomfortable. But he takes the water gratefully and takes down huge gulps, downing the glass very quickly. And you would notice as he drinks the water that his hands are shaking.
Hands are shaking. Well, it's not particularly cold, I don't think. So this has to be something else. Gosh, I'm not sure.
All
sure
the
what the
while this
approach
is
is.
happening, howling is still happening outside at specific intervals, because at this moment in time, Bobby would still be in his darkest self
Right.
on his werewolf rampage.
Okay. Has anybody else arrived to the apartment, or it's still just me?
Still just you and him. It's only been 3 minutes, probably, since you alerted anyone. And when you alerted someone, you weren't even entirely sure that the call fully went through. It's
Okay.
hard to hear. Static. Seemed like maybe something was blocking it. It was odd, but you did get the sense that someone should be coming, but you don't know if they got the sense that it was an emergency.
Gotcha. As nobly as I can, I will root through a nearby dresser to try to find him some clothes.
Once Jonathan realizes what you're doing, he'll just, it's all good. I can, if you just step out for a second, I can.
Gotcha, for sure. Yeah, no problems. Man, with that, and then Damon is gonna, as expediently as possible, just sort of step out the front door.
Jonathan will get dressed. And then he will, like, open the door. And that's when he notices that the door to his suite is completely pulled off the hinges. And there are blood drops. As he opens the door to his room, another howl comes through. And he'll look at you very concerned all of a sudden, very scared, and just, what happened?
Wasn't me, dude. I swear, I found it like this. Like when I pulled up, this is how it was. I promise. I let campus security know there should be somebody on the way. But do you have any recollection of what happened here?
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't know. This happens a lot.
This happens a lot.
There's just these pockets of time that I can't account for.
Gotcha.
And I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're beat up pretty bad. Got some. Do I notice the like the injuries on his?
Oh yeah, he still like has his shoulder is still like completely wrapped in bandages. That only happened 2 days ago, 3 days ago at the most. And Jonathan's mortal. He is immortal. He is not. He is immortal. He just knows about the supernatural world. But to your knowledge, there's nothing supernatural about this dude. He's just a mundane dude.
That's to be expected, Jonathan. You're going through a lot. You're still healing, so just
No,
give
but
some
even
time.
before that, there's just these pockets of time that I don't know what happens.
Do you
But
have
I feel like
amnesia?
it's.
Are you getting enough sleep?
I don't really know what happens. It's like I go to sleep and wake up, but I have no memory of going to sleep. And it feels like something else is controlling me. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't say I've heard that before.
Another howl comes through, and it will snap Jonathan's attention to it. And he'll just. Who is that?
Pretty sure. Do you know Bobby? He's in our humanities class. Pretty sure he's a werewolf.
Sorry. I just need a second.
We should have talked about the things our characters don't know.
Right.
Uh,
God, that Damon wouldn't know.
you know, Bobby.
Damon missed that whole thing.
Yes, he did.
I totally
So
forgot.
Jonathan will have this look of complete and utter confusion. Because he knows that you and Bobby are friends.
Mhm.
And just, yeah, man, I know who Bobby is. He's sort of my boyfriend, I think. I think that's what we labeled it as.
Damon takes a second to reboot, just sort of reconnect the wires and everything of just the people that he knows, and he's like, oh, okay, got it. Well, I'm pretty sure that's him. I think it might concern whatever happened here.
But you don't know what happened here.
I showed up after the fact. I don't know what happened here, but it would make sense if this was.
Well, I need to go find him then. And Jonathan will go to head out. When he changed, he put on a pair of sweatpants, essentially. He is shirtless. The wound is still clearly there. He does not wear shoes. He's just going.
I'll follow him. I'll go with him to make sure that he's okay.
I would like you to give me a gaze into the abyss roll.
Okay.
And depending on what you roll, I may or may not tell you why.
Okay. I don't know if I like or don't like where this is going. That's an 11 plus 1, so 12.
Yep. All right. That's great.
What do I see?
As Jonathan is kind of rushing out, he's not running because you can tell it. Once he really picks up speed, he starts wincing. Where you saw the chains on him before, these phantom-like manacles, very, very old looking things. They seem to appear and disappear. They don't seem to be pulling at him or chaining him to anything, but around his wrists and ankles, fading almost into existence and out of existence, at least from your perspective, are these chains that you saw him with before that are just kind of dragging along the floor behind him. They make no noise.
Okay. So I'll ask Jonathan as I'm walking. Like, are you aware that you have restraints on your wrists?
He'll freeze and just kind of turn to you before continuing walking with purpose. And just, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing on my wrists, man.
Am I hallucinating? Damon won't pursue the line of questioning. Sort of, okay, maybe I'm just imagining things.
You two continue on your walk, heading towards the sound of the howling, which has since stopped. And once it stops, Jonathan breaks into a run. And that's where I'll leave you for now. Enmity. You are headed to Dr. Lila's office.
Trying to be as stealthy as possible. Does the administration building seem to know what's going on yet?
Oh, there are definitely people rushing about. It seems that at this point, most of them are out of the admin building. You see a couple people as you're approaching stealthily run out of the building, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement going on inside.
Yeah, they will sneak in and make their way to Dr. Lila's office, listening to see if anyone is around.
Okay. I would like you to give me a keep your cool.
Uh, 7 plus 1. No, -1. 6. Rough. Thought I had some cool.
So that is a failure, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. So you are able to get to the administration and get into the administration building without any problem. Without being found out. Without, anyone approaching you. But when you get into the administration building, you immediately run into someone. Like that you couldn't see through the doors are kind of tinted, so for certain angles you can't necessarily see the shadows of people. And you run straight into someone. It's not a professor or administrator that you recognize.
Like literally bump into them?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's something going on in the commons. I think it's a student burned.
Yes, I'm aware. That's where I'm on my way to as well. Why are you here?
Just trying to not be there.
Okay, well, go find an empty office to sit in, or yeah, all the professors are gone. I'm sure someone's office is still open and you can sit there and you should be safe, but also this should be handled quite soon. And she'll kind of
I hope
push
so.
you on.
I'm really scared. They will mutter to themselves and just walk away.
Okay. They let you be, though they do keep glancing back at you before they leave, before they walk out of the door. You make your way to Dr. Lila's office. The door is closed.
I'll knock.
There is no answer.
Try to open it.
It opens.
I will quickly go in and try to close the door quietly. And then not moving from the door, like back to the door, just scan the room and listen to see if I hear anyone in the supply closet.
There's no noise that you can make out from the supply closet.
All right. I want to, I guess, gaze into the abyss. Is the bus still there?
Yes.
The bus, yeah. So I want to physically go over and investigate that. Look for like any small etchings or symbols or writing or secret things. And then I don't know, see if I can gaze into like any memories of anything about the Fae and the baby, not the chosen one. What was it? Forget the Forsaken one.
The story.
Yeah.
It was
Banished one.
Yeah, the banished one. I was like, I think it's the tale of the banished one.
Yeah, but seeing if I can't figure out anything about that in relation to Dr. Lila, since it is
Right.
her office.
Give me a roll.
10 with dark is 11.
Okay. You walk over to this bus that Dr. Lila had told you about. You begin reminiscing on when she told you the story. The oddness of the story itself. And you begin thinking about how she looked at this statue when she talked about it. There seemed to be some connection there. Like this wasn't just a story to her. She was sharing something very personal. As you probe further and explore this further, what does that look like?
Kind of imagine it like the weird, like whiskers sort of way of examining the world, like how a cat or a dog will kind of like be able to sense minute changes with their whiskers. So just kind of like a strange sense where like you can not quite touch something, but kind of like feel minute differences and what it kind of is. So just kind of like magic hand wave almost, but just like studying it, and then it's a lot of actual eyeballing.
Do you wave your hands over this statue, almost caressing it without caressing it? And you continue to simply come up with what Dr. Lila said to you, how she looked at it, the familiarity she seemed to have, and you feel like there's like this puzzle piece that you're missing of what Dr. Lila's connection to this story could possibly be. Why she cares about it so much. And as you start to do another wave over it, your hand brushes over the statue accidentally, touching it for a moment. And you feel a jolt. And suddenly you feel that you are inside someone else's memory. Things are muted at first before coming into full color. But you can't entirely make things out for several moments. And even when you do, things come in flashes instead of being able to be rooted, as if the memory of these things is broken or hidden, but has almost been imbued into this statue. What you are able to make out is a memory of Dr. Lila and your Auntie Opus, looking much the same as they do now, except they seem to be slightly younger, though being Fae, it is hard to tell. And you've never quite known how old Opus is. You don't know how long she's been around or how long she's been raising the young Fae like yourself. The scene that you see is Lila on her knees before Opus, holding her hands, and her body racked with sobs. Opus is holding on to Lila's hands and is staring down at her. And all you're able to make out is, "I can't help you," is what Opus says to Lila. And then the memory shifts, and you are once again standing in Dr. Lila's office.
That's decidedly unhelpful. I'm gonna flip the desk and look for anything like a black feather or another hand or anything that might shed some light on recent events or this story, book, anything like that. Ransack it fast and loud.
With your gaze into the abyss roll, I will say that you are able to find some messages from Faye. So the messages carried by the little beetle messengers in a hidden compartment in Lila's desk. And they are all written from Opus to Lila.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Damn.
And they all talk about in some way that she needs to stop this. It's happening again. Why is she still trying to protect it? She needs to come to her senses. People are going to get hurt. What does stand out to you is that there does seem to be a mention of Grimm. And it's in a phrasing of, don't get caught up with Grimm again.
I'm gonna take that letter and leave.
All right. Bobby and Mika.
Oh no. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You have just felt the strength go out of Eloise as her eyes close. She loses consciousness, and her head falls against your chest.
No. How far away is medical attention?
The infirmary, that's definitely not equipped to handle someone actively dying, is pretty close by.
Okay.
But your mother has also just said your name.
Yeah, I don't know that I have
Bobby?
any bandwidth for that. Mika, what do we do?
Bobby,
No.
give her to me. Give her to me now.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
And he'll lay her down gently, I guess.
And Mika, who's still trying to keep pressure on whatever part of the wounds that she can.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not really doing anything, but she is going to take one bloody hand off of Eloise and reach back for the notebook. And she is going to just flip it open, and she's using her bad hand, so the writing is in no way pretty. Is just going to write, "Emergency, help her, please," and keep like one hand on the notebook and the other on Eloise.
What can you do?
I'm trying, Bobby. I'm trying. Please
Okay.
work. And she's just going to keep repeating, "Please work, please work, please work," as she's staring and waiting for a response from Master Grimm.
Eloise, please
Give
stay
me a
away.
gaze into the abyss.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, and there's a dice on the floor.
You can re-roll that one.
Okay. Good.
Floor dice don't count.
It's literally balancing on the edge of my dice tray, but it's still flat, so I'm gonna count that.
I mean, you could say it's cocked.
That's a 6 plus 1 is 7. So partial
Okay.
success.
Yeah, success with consequences.
Ah!
You are slammed out of this moment and into Master Grimm's world quickly, without the pretense of the fairy tales this time to even scare you. This seems almost worse than what you've experienced before, because at least you were prepped. This leaves you with an awful, icy, cold feeling as you are slammed from this realm into Master Grimm's realm. Bobby, you watch as Mika all of a sudden goes completely rigid and her eyes roll up in the back of her head, and all you can see are the whites of her eyes as she sits next to Eloise. Mika,
Mika?
Master Grimm is standing in front of you. His arms are crossed. He does not look pleased.
Mm-hmm.
And he just stares and waits.
And Mika kind of realizing that she's been, because she's used to sort of that introduction, and this was not at all what she was expecting to happen. So he would see her kind of take a moment, blink, realize that she's not in the life or death situation she was just in, and that Eloise is probably still dying. And she's going to look up at him. My friend is dying. I need help.
And what help is that?
You don't need to completely cure her. I just need her stable enough so we can get her to a hospital.
And what do I receive out of this deal?
Well, I already promised you the boy. The boy is occupied right now, but I can go get you the feather right after.
You know where the feather is?
I know a professor has it. I know the professor. It's got to be somewhere in his office or something. I will go look for it. Please.
I want the boy. I want the feather. And I want your sister.
Trish.
If that's her name.
And Mika pauses. She's almost tempted for a moment to say, "Can I give you the other sister?" Even though she has a horrible relationship with the other sister. But that's also precisely the point. And after thinking about it for a moment, does actually look to Master Grimm and say, "Would it be possible for me to give you the other sister?"
He laughs. It is a cold and chilling laugh. Merciless, amused at the cuteness of humans. And he will just look at you and say, "You know what sister I mean."
Why does it have to be her?
Why not her? I don't see why you need to know that information. I have not even told you what I want her for, and even if I will keep her.
That's precisely why I want to know. She's important to me. The
And that
boy
is
is
just-
also important to me.
You humans are so cute with your feelings and relationships. I felt for someone once, and it cost me. I suggest you be careful with who you lay your trust in before it also gets you hurt. No matter, I just want to borrow your sister's power. for a moment.
And the boy.
The boy I want to complete. The boy is a given. A non-negotiable, if you will. I suppose you could always trade your sister up for your brother. He might be just as useful.
Mika sits, thinks about it for a moment. There's this anger that bubbles up for a moment, knowing that he's exploiting those that she cares about. But she also knows that she could never forgive herself if she could do something to help Eloise, and she doesn't. So with that, she looks at him and goes, "Fine. Just save her."
He'll laugh again, this one less mocking. But when he laughs, it's never been calming. And he will approach you and place a hand on your head and almost caress your hair for a moment before pulling back. And then just, you pass the test. I will help your friend. You will get me the boy and the feather. And if I have need of one of your siblings, you will let me have them.
Understood.
And with that, you will be slammed back into the mortal realm. But I will pause you there for a second. Bobby, you've just seen Mika go entirely rigid.
Mika, are you okay? Mika?
Your mother is now sitting behind you, is coming up behind you, standing directly behind you, and just, Bobby Gunderson, what happened here? What?
Oh my God, Mom, hold on. Mika, are you okay?
As soon as she sees Eloise.
I'm naked, covered in blood.
Yes.
There's a dying girl in my lap. Mika's
Yeah,
eyes are rolled back like, yeah, I do not have time for my mother right now. I don't care how terrified I am of her. Oh!
And she sees the dying girl in your lap, she will drop to her knees beside you and just, oh my goodness, what happened here?
She's really hurt. I just need help. Oh my God.
I can see
I don't
that.
know
What
to
happened?
do. Animal attack. I just need help. Like, she's a good friend. Like, oh God. Eloise, stay awake, please. I don't know what to do. Like, the
Mika,
nurses
this is when
yeah.
you come back into yourself.
Mika, are you okay?
And she'll blink for a second. Yeah, I'm fine. And she moves the hand that was holding, like, I think she had taken off a sweatshirt or something before and was using it to put pressure on Eloise's wounds. She's gonna move it off. Can I use the numbing it out on Eloise?
Yeah, I will let you. I don't know if that's how you can actually use it, but I like the idea of you using it in this way so much that
yeah,
I make the rules, right? So Yes, you can.
It just says you can give the dark power a string in order to remove a condition or up to 2 harm. It doesn't specify whether it's for yourself or for someone else. So in
It
this
does
case, I
not.
would like to use it for Eloise. please.
Absolutely.
And that is my 5th string. So
That
Mika
is
will
your
go
5th string.
into...
What better than abusing rule text for a deal with a demon?
Indeed. But yeah, she is just going to pour as much of her power into healing Eloise as she possibly can.
Please stay awake. Please. Oh god.
On the open notebook page, the words "take her hand" appear.
Mika does it immediately.
As you do, you can feel the power that Master Grimm gives you. And his presence, the protection he offers, the protection he gives you, and the power that you've it's never been your main goal. But it is appealing. You can't deny it. You've never been able to deny it. Other things were just more important. It all comes rushing through you. And you feel his presence almost as if he was with you in the mortal realm, giving you his own power as it seeps through. You can feel it seep through your body, through your arm, through your hand, and seep into Eloise. Bobby. What you see is Mika taking Eloise's hand, and there's clearly a transference of magic
Yeah,
of some
Bobby's
sort.
dumb, but not that dumb, and he's gonna distract his mother. Oh my god, Mom, can I borrow your coat? I just realized how naked I am. Mom, can I have your coat?
And she is
Please.
immediately taking it off and
Oh, God.
wrapping it
Oh,
around
God.
you
Oh god.
while looking
God.
horrified at
Oh,
the
God.
naked dead girl laying in your lap that
Oh,
your
God.
friend is holding the hand of.
Oh god, this is just. Oh god. Thanks, Mom.
It takes a few moments, but Eloise's breathing stabilizes.
Does she wake up?
She begins to stir, and the wounds begin to close up a bit. They're still definitely there. She is still bleeding, but the wounds seem to be getting better.
Oh, Eloise, oh god. And I
The
think
lightest bit of color comes back into her face as
Yeah,
her eyes begin to flutter open.
Bobby is absolutely gonna hug her and pull her close. Oh god, are you okay? Oh god.
She intakes a very sharp breath as you hug her close, and it rubs against the open wound she still has lacerating her. They're better. They're a lot better. They seem so much more manageable. Seems like it's stitches. If somebody can give her some basic stitches almost, she could be fine. But they are still open wounds.
Yeah, he'll be ginger, but like.
And she just kind of sputters out, "What happened?"
You animal attack. My mom is here apparently. And he'll like leaning close. Thank you so much. Oh my god. But, yeah. My mom's here. Let's go somewhere inside. How about that?
Eloise is still clearly out of it. And she is very naked.
Yup. So he'll pick her up and like in his mom's coat, like try to cover her up as much as possible. But like he's also naked, so like he's trying to cover himself up because now he's self-conscious because he's in public, and they're by like the gates of the campus, so like this is also open to the public.
Mika is going to do her best to step in front of the two of them and try and shield them from public eye, at least. Like
He's
a good
also-
friend.
Yeah, he's also just so thankful she's okay. Oh god, I'm so glad you're okay.
Your mother is so confused. But considering there was a dying girl and there's still a pretty hurt girl.
And we're covered in blood.
Yeah, covered in blood. She's, for once, not asking questions. As you start walking, once again carrying Eloise, you make it to the infirmary doors.
Okay.
Before Jonathan's voice falls out. Your name.
Oh god. Oh gosh.
Bobby, do you want me to get her inside?
Looks at his mother. Yes. Yes.
And Mika will gesture and she can't full on carry Eloise the same way that Bobby can, but she will kind of do the like arm over shoulder thing and help her inside and immediately start calling for a nurse.
She's able to, with the healing that you gave her, you're able to get her inside.
You can probably like get Bobby's mother to help too.
Yes. She definitely will, for once, kind of pick up on the like eye signals you're giving her, and she's a mother.
She's gonna want to help care.
Yeah.
She's a busybody.
She wants to help. For all her faults, she does love very deeply.
Too deeply. Yes.
But that also creates, she does care very heavily. So if someone's hurt, she does want to help. So she definitely comes and scoops Eloise up, taking the brunt of her weight because she also cannot carry Eloise fully.
I imagine Bobby's mom was in like an autumn colored long coat with like a belt on it. So he's gonna like wrap the like belt around and like run barefooted covered in blood in this oversized coat like over to Jonathan. Oh my god, are you okay? And he's gonna like just grab Jonathan's shoulders like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I guess I don't. Are you okay?
I swear to god, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna find her and I am going to kill her.
Kill who?
Emily.
Why are you going to kill Emily?
And maybe his eyes go a little yellow, like and slitted at the thought. Do you not remember?
There's a blank in my memory. It's been happening a lot.
And I think he's just gonna hug Jonathan really tightly. You were, she was, I found her on top of you. You couldn't really talk or move. I tried to kill her. She got away. That's when I kind of went on the rampage again. I will find her, and I will destroy her. She will never touch you again.
As you are talking, Jonathan becomes more and more rigid in your arms as he begins to kind of realize what probably happened to him based on what you're saying. And what a horrible feeling it is that he can't, that it happened, but also that he has no memory of it. But he will steel himself after you finish talking and just, are you okay? I saw you carrying her. You're covered in blood. Are you hurt?
Yeah, I'm fine.
He's also clearly deflecting.
Yeah, Eloise got me out of myself. I hurt her a lot, but I think Mika helped her. Thankfully. Otherwise, I might not be okay right now. Are you okay?
No,
No.
we can talk. It's fine. I'm not the priority right now.
Yeah,
Damon, where are you?
Running up behind Jonathan as this conversation happens, just out of breath. Aerobics has never been Damon's strong suit, and so it's okay. Jonathan's okay.
Oh God, you're alive.
We're all good. Bobby, oh, it's good to see you. What
Hi.
happened?
Oh God, we got a lot to talk about. Can I? 1 minute.
Oh gosh.
I just Bobby and Damon have reunited.
Oh God, this is a lot. Oh, oh gosh, the last couple of days put a whole lot into perspective. Uh, it- I am out here just in my mom's jacket. Oh, Jonathan, my mom is here. I don't know why. You're alive, Damon. And Jonathan, you're just in your sweatpants, not even in a shirt. And I'm covered in a lot of blood. Eloise
I
is
heard you
not
howling. What did
dead.
you want me to do? I was worried.
No, I love you. Oh my God, I just said that. Oh God.
I'll just stare at you, not fully processing what you just told him. And it hits him deeply. He's not really used to this. It seems like you get the feeling.
Oh God, that was fast. And this is not the moment I should have.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
but
Damon fully excuses himself from the situation.
What does that look like?
He kind of looks over at the infirmary and is like, I could be of more use over there, and just kind of
Mika's in
sidles.
there if you want to help with Eloise.
Gotcha. All right, leave you to it. Damon he's out of there.
Jonathan will just kind of continue to stare at you and like, no, it's okay. I just gonna
It's a
been
weird moment.
yeah, not bad though.
Okay. Uh, it was an honest moment, I guess.
I just
Uh,
haven't heard those words in a long time.
I meant them when earlier, like the missing door in like the blood. That was
That was you. I had a feeling.
that was because I knew what was happening before I walked in your room. I didn't know it was unwilling, but I knew it was happening. In my
What do you
heart,
mean you knew what was happening?
I could feel you have doing it with someone else. I just could feel it, and my heart was breaking. And I don't know that knowing that you knew I was in that state and would possibly hurt you when you came running, I don't know, I love you. The fact that you care so much.
Of course I care about you. I I love you too.
Thanks. Do you want to go tell my mom I'm gay?
I don't think today can get any stranger, so
Yeah, that
let's do it.
was sort of my thought. Like, everything's so weird right now. Like, that's just icing on the cake at this point. Like, why the hell
Why
not?
not?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go do that. I
He
mean, it's already
will
awkward in there.
he will take your hand as y'all walk into the infirmary together.
Yeah.
Enmity. What are you doing? Where are you going?
So, do I get out of the building?
Yes, you make it
They
out of the building unhindered.
lining out of the building, like clutching that particular message about Grimm, and just with a little bit of insight they gained, like the like adrenaline catching up from sneaking in and like talking to that professor and like kind of getting away with it, and like all of that like starts to just build, and they kind of have like a mini panic attack where they just like are overwhelmed to a point where they just like run um, and wind up somewhere in the campus, finding like a corner, maybe with like under a tree in like a little nook between some buildings or something, and just like curl up in the jacket and try to like process whatever they can, and probably be there for a while.
Okay. I will say, as you leave and are going to find this place, you do see your friends over by the infirmary. The admin building kind of faces the front of campus, and the infirmary, if you're standing in the doorway of the admin building facing the front entrance to campus, the infirmary is like to the right a bit. So in the distance, you can, as you like beeline it to a nook of some sort, you do see your friends in passing. Are you still heading towards the?
Yeah, I think it wouldn't register right away. It would take some time to kind of like piece together.
Okay. Then you go and you settle in. You find a place. I'll say you go into the forest. It feels as close to the Fey realm as you can get. And you're not sure how long you wander for before finding a nook in a tree, underneath a tree that you can curl up in to have your mini panic attack. As you are sitting there, a beetle walks across your path.
I'll definitely snap them out of it. Try to snatch it.
This time you're able to.
Yeah, I will up it up to my ear and try to listen.
You hear the voice of Antiochus. It sounds rushed. She sounds nervous. She sounds like she's pressed for time. And it comes out all in a rush of, Amity, if you get this, I am worried about you. I haven't heard from you. None of my messages seem to be getting through, but don't trust Lila. And then the message ends.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that will snap Emnity out of it. They'll stand and kind of like start walking back to the campus and then start to like putting things back together, still kind of their mind kind of reeling, remembers the rest of the group is at the infirmary, so they'll head that way. And then belatedly, if they've still got the beetle, we'll try to send a reply, just like done, and but going to need help.
Okay. If, as long as you think Enmity would have kept the beetle, that doesn't seem outlandish to me, and I will say that it seems that you're able to send it.
Okay.
You don't know if it's actually going through or not. Especially because you have made it back onto campus at that point.
Yeah.
You head into the infirmary. In the interim, an ambulance is able to come for Eloise so she can get proper medical attention, and she is taken to the hospital. Is anyone going with her?
Mika will go with Eloise.
Okay. Mika, you get into the ambulance with Eloise and right away to the hospital in town.
Before they go. Did Emnity get there in time to see this?
I don't think they would, no.
Okay.
I think they would get there after the ambulance is left. But Bobby, Damon, Jonathan, and a woman that looks related to Bobby are all in the infirmary. And some of the nurses are flitting about taking care mostly of you, Bobby. They were able to get you some clothes.
Oh, good. And
So
hopefully,
you
like,
and
a
that,
wet nap or something.
yes. And they are cleaning you up and such. And Jonathan, who is barefoot and shirtless, is sitting awkwardly beside your mother in the sort of like waiting chairs as once they've cleaned you up and gotten you in clothes or checking you over, making sure you're not hurt and that sort of thing. Damon, I'm assuming you are also there.
Yes, I'm sitting across from Bobby's mother.
So you were just looking on at Jonathan, who is just sitting there, hands clasped so tight in his lap.
I'm kind of specifically keeping an eye on him because I don't know if some spectral weirdness is still gonna happen, and I don't know who else knows about it. So I'm keeping a close eye on Jonathan just to see if anything else weird happens. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, I'm there with my friends.
Yeah, right now he just looks super tense and awkward being around his boyfriend's mother, who doesn't know that he's his boyfriend or that he's gay. So he's not having the best time right now. Enmity, that would be what you walk into.
Looking around, kind of like giving a nod to Bobby and Damon. Emnity would be just, where's Mika?
Oh, she went off with Eloise. Eloise had to go to the hospital.
Eloise was hurt.
Yeah, there was an animal attack. This is my
Enmity.
mom, by the way.
Emnity is like very confused. An animal attack. Oh well. Nice to meet you. We need to talk about. Entity looks back at Bobby's mom and then back to Damon and Bobby. Our group project.
That might have to wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you and
talk about a group project in front of me, you know.
No, Mom, we should talk in a minute. But why you know you look a little different. Did you do something with your hair?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, I did get some highlights. Do you like them?
Oh, Mom. No, you look nice too. Huh. Emily, why don't you and Damon go talk about the group project, and I'll catch up with you, and Jonathan will join probably.
Gotcha. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
thanks. Okay.
Emnity is just like, are you still just in a jacket, or like have you found?
No. That jacket needs to probably be cleaned now. I'm assuming there was like a lost and found somewhere with clothes that I was allowed to pick out of. So I'm probably in like basketball shorts and like mismatched shoes and an oversized t-shirt that has like a stupid graphic on it that's like from, I don't know, let's go with a square state. Let's say Colorado. It's like some dumb Colorado like summer camp.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm in. Bobby has never worn a t-shirt in his life.
I will say, Bobby's mother does look surprisingly put together. Like it's just, it's almost it's like half a step down from quote unquote Sunday best,
And
and you
everything is
can
beige.
just tell this is so normal. It's just what she wears on the daily.
Yeah.
To everyone
Everything's
that
done.
doesn't know Bobby's mother, you would be able to tell.
But yeah, you go talk about the group project, and we'll catch up in a bit. He is absolutely terrified.
Sounds good. We will leave it to it. Emily, shall we?
They just kind of give a nod, like weirdly looking at Bobby in his whole situation. And then, yeah, head off.
See ya. Mom.
Well, your friends seem nice.
Yeah, they're great. Look at Jonathan. Help. Mom. You know how I said that I had a girlfriend?
Yes, was that the poor girl that was hurt?
See, that's the thing. No.
No, you just have a habit of finding young girls who are severely injured and making friends with people who can heal them. That was strange, though.
No,
I suppose it's no stranger than the fact that my son is a werewolf.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't know that I saw that, but no.
That young girl was clearly holding the other girl, the dying girl's hand, and then she was fine.
Yeah, okay, let's focus for a minute. Yeah, I don't
not focus on the dying girl.
No.
Please, Bobby, tell me what is more important than that currently.
Oh God, Mom, I'm gay. There's no girlfriend. This is Jonathan. He's my boyfriend. I'm gay. You know? I've never had a girlfriend. I've never wanted a girlfriend. Oh God. Oh gosh. Oh,
Her face falls. And she is clearly taking some time to process it and just you're gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby, I'd like you to give me a keep your cool.
Okay. That is not my strong suit. A 5.
That is not it.
Oh God, I was playing this too cool. Yeah, Mom, I'm gay, okay? Yes. There, I've said it. Are you happy now? I've been hiding it for years. And now I finally said it. And it has
Jonathan
taken
will move over
so
to sit next to you and hold your hand while you're going through this.
long to just be honest with you. And you have made it so hard. For once, I am just being honest.
Her face falls further. I don't have a problem with you being gay, honey.
Okay, sure.
I don't. You're my son and I love you. And who you love is not going to change that. But I'm horrified that you hid this from me, that you felt that you had to lie.
That is how I have felt about everything my whole life. How could I possibly think this would be any different? How?
Well, I had no idea that's how you felt.
Then you have not been paying attention. Can I shut her
Oh.
down?
Give me a roll.
Character sheet. That's cold. That is 6. So
So no.
no.
You're a little too caught up in your own emotions for it to deliver the way you'd like it to actually get those punches in.
He's been so worked up about this for so long. I don't see how he possibly could rationally.
And instead of shutting her down, it seems to incense her in a way, and tears spring into her eyes. And she just continues to stare at you and just Well, still the truth is that I had no idea that that's how you felt. But I will continue to support you because you're my son and I love you.
Thank you.
But clearly, I should back off. All I ever did was try to love you and protect you. You don't know what it's like to have a son who's
what, Mom?
a son who's a werewolf, and that's not a world that you even knew that existed. Can you believe me when I say that I was doing my best? And I'm sorry that I've hurt you and made you feel like you had to hide things. Because I never wanted that for you. I never wanted any of this for you. I just want your life to be easy, Bobby.
I don't think it ever is.
No, but I can still want that for you.
We all find our own way. It doesn't feel easier by being hidden in the woods or being kept away from other people. It's just a different kind of difficult.
That's what's not my choice to do to you. I felt it would have been better to find people that understood. But your father feels differently.
Well, I
I'm
have
ex-
people who understand me now, and it goes a long way.
She will take a breath. She is very clearly upset about everything. And the fact that you felt the need to hide from her and hide something like this for so long, that you lied to her, that you felt the need to lie to her. But she'll take a shaky breath and turn to Jonathan and strike up a conversation with him to get to know him better, as he is your boyfriend. Damon and Enmity, you have left the infirmary.
Emnity like searches around in the leather jacket, pulls out a pretty crumpled it's not a carton, the smaller version of a cigarette pack, and finds like a couple that are still intact, but they're kind of crumpled and bent a little bit, and then like pops it in her mouth and tries to light it, but the lighter is old and doesn't light, so like gets frustrated and just like chucks the lighter.
I gotta tell you something. There something weird happened with Jonathan, and I don't know if you're in the space to hear this right now, but when
Add it to the list.
isn't that the truth? But when I went to go check on Jonathan, he was restrained by something. I couldn't touch it. It wasn't something I could affect or interact with in any way. But he was restrained on the bed by something. And when I came to him at first, he was unconscious. But um, of course, I mean, he woke up. He's all right now. But
Couldn't remember what did it.
I didn't get there in time to see who else was involved. I mean, I know Bobby was there. I don't know who else was.
Well, whatever did do it is probably what sent Bobby over the edge.
Yeah. I'm just worried that if they're still on campus and Bobby sees them, he might do this again.
Yeah, it does seem to be becoming a habit.
Yeah. I mean, have you heard anything about, I don't know, ghosts being able to restrain people?
That'd be more your department than mine, but
Right.
something tells me your sister is involved somehow. Like I
And
said, I
Damon,
don't think that she left after our meeting last night.
Damon remembers the shriek that woke him up in the morning, and that sort of the familiarity in it, and that Emily might be involved and it sort of resonates with him. So Emily still could be operating on campus.
I guarantee it. Whatever she's doing here, it's not done yet.
Weird. Where were you during all this?
But they lift up a hand that's still got the crumpled piece of paper. Buying. We need to meet again, but right now I need a drink.
Well, we could head to the Corvus Cup if you want. I'll buy.
Not that kind of drink. Looks up at the sun, but it's too early in the morning. Just kind of sighs, but I guess it'll do.
Gotcha. Let's go. I'll take care of you.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right, the two of you head once again to the
Oh,
Corvus
I'll
Cup.
text Mika that's where we're going at the moment and ask for an update. Got new info. Going to the Corpus Cup for now. How are things on your end? Still all caps.
Some things never change.
I was about to ask, what would the update be that Mika would have?
Yes. I think Emily would be in surgery. While her wounds were better, they were still deep.
Emily.
Eloise.
Not Emily. Oh my goodness, Eloise. These e-names. I've been screwing up names literally all day today. Good to know it's continuing. Eloise would be in surgery, I think. Minor surgery. They're not worried about it, but they're like, oh, we want to close these wounds as fast as possible. And you haven't been there that long. It's maybe been... all these conversations have probably taken place in the last 10, 20 minutes, and it probably took you about 10 minutes to get to the hospital. Probably like 5, but you still haven't been there very long.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really have an update yet. However, you do know that she's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. And knowing that, Mika would text back, like, just got here, they're taking her into surgery. It's very minor. She should be okay. I'm gonna stay until the surgery's done, so I'll pass on the Corvus Cup, but next time.
Mika, as you're sitting in the waiting room, you begin to have these feelings of dread, but also wanting that power that Grimm gave you. needing it. Needing his protection, needing his presence almost. And it sits in your stomach and just kind of burns there as this very intense desire.
I think Mika feels this, and I think this is a feeling that's been building since she got in the ambulance to go with Eloise. At first it was able to be ignored, but now that they're at the hospital and Eloise is off for surgery, she has no distraction. It's just building and building and building. And she's trying to do anything that she can to sort of distract from it at first, not wanting to leave Eloise. Like twiddling with her fingers, tapping her foot. She starts pacing a little bit. Almost as if Eloise is in worse condition than she actually is, but that's not at all the reason that she's doing it. And can I roll keep my cool? Because I think...
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, well. We're gonna reroll the floor dice. That's a 6. I think keep your cool is what? Cold?
Yes.
Okay, that is a flat 6. So, how are you gonna do it?
Oh, no, you do not. So, the feeling is becoming overwhelming, this desire for power, but it's mixed with this neediness, this loneliness, as it also washes over you, the remembering that you haven't heard from your sister.
Oh shit. And at that moment, she's going to remember it, and she's going to panic even more and pull out her phone and call Trish again.
Straight to voicemail.
And still nothing from Xander?
Still nothing from Xander.
She's going to call him this time.
After a few rings, the phone picks up. The call picks and goes through.
Xander?
No one speaks to you. You can hear shuffling and odd sounds. And you can just make out Xander's voice, but you can't make out what's being said. It sounds like he's under duress.
At that moment, Mika is going to... This kind of just confirms her worst fears once she's now remembered that. She's starting to remember why she needed this power in the first place. Why she felt so defenseless in this world of monsters and things bigger than herself. And in that moment, she is going to send a quick text back to Emnity and say, I think my brother's in trouble. I'm coming back to campus. And say that this is his dorm building and sprint out of the hospital. She doesn't care that she doesn't have a ride home. She is booking it back to campus.
Take you some time. I would like you to give me a runaway roll,
Okay.
which is volatile.
Alrighty. That is a... Oh, that's a 7 + 2. That's a 9. So still success with consequences,
Yes. But it is a success. So
Yes.
you run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
I almost want to say I'm going to leave it up to you, Abby. Do I run into something worse or do I cause a big scene?
This is your decision, not mine. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I mean, it really is, but I can make it for you.
I can't choose
Totally
between
that's
those two because either one is honestly fitting for this moment.
Yeah. You're able to make it back to campus surprisingly quickly. And you can feel it's because of Master Grimm. Because he's helping you and aiding you. His power seems to be a part of you now, whereas it was something that you could call on from time to time when you really needed it. There is some piece of his power in you now. It's like a spark ignited in you. As you run back to campus. I am going to pause there for explaining what I've decided happened and go to Enmity and Damon, who received the text from Mika.
Fucking none of it. Another come. I assume if we've made it to the cup, they just immediately turn around and like, come on, we gotta go check on Xander, and then they'll explain as they
Wait, what?
hurry back that Mika just sent a text. You find a lighter, you better fucking grab it and give it to me.
I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay.
And then Emnity will run.
Damon's hot on their heels.
Are the texts in the group chat, or are they personal between Enmity and Mika?
I had sent to Mika.
Okay.
That would have been a personal text, mainly just because that was the last person that Mika texted. And in her panic, she wouldn't have thought to put it in the group chat.
Damon
Really
doesn't
fine.
have his phone, so group chat is compromised.
Group chat is compromised. I do keep forgetting about that part. Mika, you make it to Xander's dorm in an absurdly short amount of time. And you were the first one there. You slam open the door easily. Seems like it's not locked. Or has been opened for you. You rush into Xander's room. And you're met with Xander standing in his dorm room, looking something that at first you can't see. And then it appears to you. It is this humanoid, small, childlike shape in the form of a shadow that reaches out, grabs your brother, and disappears with him. Just before he winks out of existence in this realm, you see the flash of a feather sticking out of Vander's front pocket. And that is where we will end the session tonight.
No.
Queen of the cliffhangers. Gee whiz.
Dang it.
I mean, I'm doing it. I wasn't planning on ending on a cliffhanger tonight.
Uh-huh.
And yet.
And yet, here we
But
are.
when the
Give
opportunity
me the
came around,
opportunity.
yeah, uh-huh. Sure,
Oh.
sure.
What do
Whatever you gotta
want me
tell
to
yourself
do?
to sleep at night.
What do you want me to do? Not torture y'all and my incredible, lovely audience?
Just play through the night is all. Nothing. skip a night of sleep and be miserable at work and that's all. Is that so much to ask?
Yes, because I'm a teacher and can't do it.
Yeah, I don't blame
I have to teach little 7, 8-year-olds, so unfortunately I do need to be semi-rested. And, yes, Emma, you won't even be joining us next week.
I know, I have to
Oh.
wait 2 weeks to find out about the cliffhanger.
you. Uh-oh.
I will think on what I want to do for that. But yes, that is the end of our session for tonight. Thank you so much to all of my players. You guys are wonderful as always. Really tugging at my heartstrings all the time, making me break. I love it. I really do. And I appreciate the way y'all play so much and the way you guys just play together too. The chemistry is amazing and I could not ask for a better cast. Thank you so much to you, Winter, for running my tech, for helping me troubleshoot ideas, for just being there. It really means a lot. I couldn't do this without you. And thank you, most importantly, to our audience, each and every one of you. I'm so thankful for, and I appreciate greatly. Truly cannot express how much it means to all of us, but especially to me, that you come around, that you watch, that you comment, that you interact with the story. It really, really means a lot. Yes. So into our closing out, then. I have been your Mistress of Ceremonies, Abby Marie Carter. I am a New York-based actor, aspiring actor, writer, and all-around super nerd. I spend a lot of time right here on Mistress Winter's Court. I'm here every Monday playing Ahira in a Pathfinder 2 campaign called The Facet. Things are really crazy over there, and my character keeps getting tortured. Trauma. She has so many issues. So if you're interested in seeing that, she is a doll come to life who has a sweet little southern accent, and is really good at accidentally killing people with the giant needle spear that she has and her magic. So it's a really great time. Please come check that out. I'm here every Thursday running Ravenwood with all these lovely people. We will be returning next week, though we will not have Emma with us, unfortunately. She will be joining us the next week, though. I have been on lots of other things. I've been on Tabletop Tuesdays here. I've been in a Monster Hearts campaign over on Heroes and Hooligans called Graffitied Hearts. I've been in a Sagas playtest called Grimm on the OKSDN's YouTube channel. So if you're interested in any of that, please go check that out. Also, both Heroes and Hooligans and the OKSDN do great work, and you should definitely go check them out anyway and just see what they're up to. I'm also getting ready to be, or I am currently a part of a podcast that will be released, I think sometime in October is the current date, a Monster Hearts 2 campaign podcast where I'm going to be a player. I will be playing the Hunted skin, which is a fan-made skin, and I will be playing a half-fae princess. I am very excited, and it's been great fun so far. I can't wait to continue it. It'll be over on the Tabletop Tail Spinners Network, which I will let Emma talk about.
Alrighty, thank you, Abby. And hi, everybody. I am Emma. I played Mika tonight, the Infernal of our party. I am so sad that I will not be here next week to discover the results of the cliffhanger that was just dropped, but I will be here for every other stream following that. This is the only one I can really bear to miss. So, but yes, I am the founder and creative director of a podcast network called Tabletop Tail Spinners Network, which we are making a variety of TTRPG podcasts. I currently DM 2, soon to be 3 that we've released this year. I DM a long-term D&D 5e game called Chronicles of Kriath, which is actively releasing, as well as a one-shot D&D 5e series called Improv Madness. We just released our first episode earlier this evening, so if you want to go ahead and go listen to that and see me in the DM seat instead, I will also be coming out with a 10 Candles mini-series called Darkened Skies, which is releasing October 17th, which features the wonderful Mistress Winter as well. Her session was fantastic. You're definitely going to want to catch that one. But we
I've
do
heard
also...
a little bit about it. I agree. Definitely go check it out. And the other things they do.
Mm-hmm. And yes, we will be releasing a Monster Hearts podcast featuring some of the wonderful faces here and emceed by our wonderful Mistress Winter. But I will let her announce the release date of that one if she would like. But that's all that we have coming up for this year, but we have plenty of awesome podcasts in production for 2024, and I'm so excited for that. As far as stream appearances, I will be appearing in a couple places in October as well. I will be appearing on another Sagas playtest, as I did one called Pokepocalypse. If you want to check out OKSDM's YouTube channel, I was in that one with some fantastic people. We all played Pokemon set free in the apocalypse after all the trainers went missing and all the box systems shut down that stored all the Pokemon. So that was really fun. I will also be appearing in one called Keepers, which is a more fantasy-based, and we will be guarding dragon eggs. And that one will be on October 15th. So be sure to keep an eye out for that one. I will also be doing a stream with Juicy here for Phantom Arts Fest on October 21st, but I'll let Juicy talk more about that one.
I am also doing that stream. I completely forgot.
We need to get better at promoting ourselves, guys.
I will also be doing that, but yes, we will let Juicy talk about that. But please finish up first, Emma. I don't want to cut you off.
No, you are fine. That's really about it at the moment, but I'm super excited to be doing more in the TTRPG space, and hopefully I see some of you watching some of it.
Thank you so much, Emma. Yeah, Juicy, let's go straight over to you then.
Hi, yes. So I have way too much going on right now. It's driving me mad. But I actually have another actual play starting on Tuesdays on the Zeal Zaddy Twitch stream, which is a limited run using the Old Gods of Appalachia system that is coming out that I'm actually really excited about, where I'm going to play an old school Boston busybody academic going down to the South to study them and pretend like she knows more than she does. It's going to be great. She's going to be a hot mess and she's going to offend everybody. Love it. In addition to that, yes, I am running one of the sessions in Phantom Arts Fest with the Neon Caster, whom I adore. And yes, Abby and Emma will be joining me for that, which is exciting. I did that last year, and I'm really excited to do that again and to spook some players with Delta Green, which is one of my favorite tabletop systems. In addition to that, yes, I am also in the aforementioned podcast on tabletop tail spinners, and I also have a few other irons in the fire, but I will not say anything more about that. And I have way too many other things going on, and to keep this as short as humanly possible, just keep paying attention to my social media at Juicy Garland or at juicy.garland, and you will see what I have coming up whenever I am obnoxiously posting about it. So, enjoy.
Thank you so much, Juicy. Stouffer.
Hi, I am Stouffer. I played Enmity tonight. I don't have any other announcements. You can find me in Mistress Winter's Court. I'm around. I'll be in some of these things in the future, but not anything soon, I don't think.
Well, thank you so much for being here and being here every week, because I absolutely adore. I miss Amity, but I also adore Enmity in different ways, and I just love what you bring to the cast and to the characters. So thank you so much. And then last but certainly not least, Alex.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex. I'm playing our ghost in the campaign, Damon Fullerton, and I am similarly not yet involved in any podcasts or anything outside of what's found here in Mistress Winter's Court. And so here is where you can find me in Mistress Winter's Discord server. So thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Alex. Always wonderful to have you back and playing Damon. Winter, my wonderful producer and technical director, and just tech person in general. Over to
Miracle
you
worker.
for your
I don't
own
know about all
announcement.
that. And I set the scene musically.
I do know
visually.
about all of that. I couldn't stream without you, so thank you. Stop downplaying what you do.
Yeah, having the music change
I'm
is
just a conduit.
is great. I wish I had someone to do music for my game, because that adds a lot. It's fun.
It really does, and it's one of my favorite aspects of storytelling is when you can pair it with sound and bring in other senses that can help enhance the emotionality of a scene. So
Yeah.
thank you for recognizing that. I have been the host and producer of Mistress Winter. You can find me at gmistresswinter on Blue Sky, X, and Instagram. I am a writer, graphic designer, tech runner, aspiring voice actress, and all-around TTRPG hobbyist. I run this channel, obviously, and I am really excited to have put together this community because all of you are absolutely fantastic. All of you are absolutely fantastic for being here, and I really appreciate you and love you. Every Monday we have The Facet, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign that we have been running for almost over a year. I don't remember now. Or we're going on a year.
No, we're not quite a year.
Yeah, we're going on a year.
Beginning of December we'll be at a year, but it's close.
It is very close, but it has been a fantastic and wild campaign. We have Ravenwood. We've had a few Tabletop Tuesdays, but we sputtered out there. However, I did just finish a 3-part Horizon inspired game. It was really, really fun. Juicy was in that, and you can find that on our YouTube page. I've still got to get the 3rd part up on VOD, but the first 2 are available definitely check them out. They were a lot of fun. That was a Saga's playtest campaign, and it was so fun.
It was a blast.
It was you decided to bring back the dogs, and I loved it. I was like, yes. Yes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check those videos out. Oh, okay, so yes, All Our Faults, a Monster Hearts 2 podcast, will be coming out, what did we say, 18 October.
Yes,
Yes.
October 18th.
October 18th. That will be the first prelude episode. We are calling those faulty flashpoints. These will be our preludes to show these characters and get some insight into them before we start into the regular episodes a little bit later. However, I will be also putting out some teasers, a trailer, and a kind of preface to give you a little context about the world and the characters, even before we go into the prologues. So be on the lookout for those. They should be on all of the major podcast platforms. Just keep an eye out on our socials and everything, and we will make sure that you are informed of when those episodes drop. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. We hope you have a great weekend. I know I will. I'm really excited because I'm going up to New York City to meet some friends that might or may not be on the stream. And it's going to be a great weekend. So I hope you have a great weekend. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.